Welcome to Make a Path Presents. My name's Ronnie Hayes, and today let's talk Better Call Saul, Season 2, Episodes 3 and 4 review. Alright guys, I skipped Episode 3 because, to be honest with you, there just wasn't enough there to motivate me to make a video of it. Plus, I was just overwhelmed with how much I was doing with the other videos. Now, I decided to combine 3 and 4, and I'm kind of glad I did. Better Call Saul, here's the thing, is like, I like the show, but I don't want to be negative. Better Call Saul's kind of, it's losing steam a bit. I just thought it would be picking up. Season 2, I thought it would be amping up a lot more, and it did. And at this point, I'm actually kind of worried if it doesn't, we might not get a Season 3, and 4. And that's something that, again, even though I'm not, through the moon or overly excited for the show, I am for its future because there's a lot of hints, there's a lot of potential, there's a lot they can do. Like, for one, Mike, especially in episode 4, we've seen how he, got his ass beat just so he wouldn't have to kill again. I mean, that's the vibe we got. I could be wrong about something, but now look at Mike like that, who got his face bashed in just so he wouldn't have to kill someone who is legitimately a piece of shit. Now, look at him when Breaking Bad happens. He was at least, seemingly down for killing Jesse Pinkman. He even brought it up in multiple conversations with Gus, like, listen, Pinkman's a problem, get rid of him. He even talked to Walter White about that, remember? No half measures, yada, yada, yada. Then he was actually going to whack Walter White in whatever that season is. He was going to take him down in the lab and whack him. Now, that's shit I'm really interested in, seeing what brings Mike to where he gets his face bashed in just so he doesn't have to kill, to a level where he's like, okay, you know what, I'm established in this, I already got my hands dirty, I know my place, I'm going to whack this guy, keep it safe, get the money for my granddaughter. And maybe that is it. Maybe it does revolve around that. Him simply, progressing to that point. And that's shit I'm really excited about. I really want to see. I always love the little, I don't need a lot of Breaking Bad stuff, but I enjoy the little Easter eggs. Like in this episode, episode 4, the most recent one, we got the first guy that Walter White killed on his progression to the dark side. And that was the dude with the plate. That was in Breaking Bad. And Better Call Saul, it was the dude who Tuco was counting the money for. If you recognized him, that's what he was from. He was the first kill for Walter White. I believe it was the first kill. Anyway, then we got the guy who's selling the guns to Mike. At first I was like, oh my god, that guy is the guy who sells the gun Walter uses to dun-dun-dun. And then I was thinking, no, he used Mike's gun. But anyway, regardless, it's still cool that the guy Walter White bought his guns from is the same guy that Mike is meeting to buy his guns from. I enjoy those Easter eggs. I appreciate them. Again, with Saul, the actor, I have no problems watching him. I think he's charismatic. I think he's entertaining. I like the character of Saul Goodman. This episode felt a little less. I was less interested in what he's doing, especially with this big law firm. I do feel like what's going on with, his chick and the law firm and everything like that plays a big part in transforming Jimmy into Saul Goodman. So I'm excited to see that. But it just is not holding a lot of my interest, unfortunately. And I don't think I'm alone there, but I do believe the majority is enjoying this. From what I'm hearing, the feedback I'm hearing, the fans are really loving this, you know what I mean? And I know people compare it to Breaking Bad and say that Breaking Bad is a slow burn, and that's true, but Breaking Bad, it just crushed the story in the first 20 minutes of the first episode. It nailed it all right down to where it needed to be, and from that point on, I mean, it was intense, in my opinion, even as a slow burn. with Better Call Saul, there's moments where I'm like, okay, this is picking up, and then it's just not, you know? I am still at the same point where I think it's good. I think it's entertaining. I think the acting, they do good. The story is weaving to a point that might become more exciting. There might be more on the line. But for me, I'm just not feeling it. Like Saul Goodman, if he gets fired, who gives a shit? He doesn't even give a shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see why I give a shit. There's no tension on the line. There's no suspense. I mean, I'm not even afraid of shit happening to Saul. There's just nothing on the line. And I think that's the biggest thing. At least with other shows, especially Breaking Bad, which is, in the same universe, everything could have came crumbling down on Walter White. I mean, everything. And it was, that was established from the beginning. With Saul, what's there to lose? You know what I mean? I don't know. He just feels like he's playing the game because he has nothing better to do. You know what I mean? I'm not there yet with it. I don't even think the character is there yet with it, as far as having something that, he has and that he wants, and if he loses it, it'll be like, the end of him. Except for his chick, Kim, he's building something there, which I think that is the only element in the story where I'm like, oh yeah, that's something that'll probably hurt him the most, losing her. You know what I mean? With that said, I feel like it was another slow episode. I do enjoy the acting. I do enjoy some of the story. It does drag on a bit. It is losing some steam, in my opinion, and I'm just really hoping that it picks up. Now, if you guys love it, if this is something you're just excited for and you're loving the entire season, I can see that too. I understand there's, different flavors for different folks. But let me know down in the comment box specifically. Help me understand. What is it that you absolutely love? What are your favorite parts? Why do you love it? What are you excited about? Is there any tension at all? Any suspense? I mean, any humor that you like in this show? What is it that you particularly like? Now, the people who don't like anything, go ahead and sound off too. If there's stuff you don't like, feel free to let us know as well. But if there's stuff you love, now's the time to put that down in the comment box. Maybe that will give me a different perspective and I can go into the next episode really enjoying it. With that said, I think Mike still remains one of the most exciting elements, which was a surprise. I thought he'd be just something cool. I didn't think he'd be, right now, the most interesting element. I'm just not feeling, Jimmy and this law firm at all. To the point where I just don't care what happens at all. I just wish he lost his job and he just went to something that was more interesting to watch. I just don't care at this point. And I gotta be brutally honest. With that said, and this is where it gets bumpy and I'm unsure, because it's not like it's uninteresting, but the acting sucks, the story sucks, the writing sucks, the dialogue sucks. No, the acting is pretty good. I like the chemistry of the characters, and I do enjoy the casting, the dialogue. I like the writing. I like these elements. I like the way they film it and put it together, the editing. I do enjoy that a lot. However, it's just the story isn't interesting me. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. Sound off in the comment box down below your thoughts and opinions about this episode, the previous episode, and so far the beginning of season 2 altogether. Put those down in the comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Subscribe now.